Moose has what you're looking for.
Hi, welcome to Moose Meet. I'm Graham Campbell and this is...
Hi, I'm Noel Jolly from Clever Chameleon.
Really delighted to have Noel with us today, and I think you'll be really interested to hear all about what he does. But rather than me sort of go on a little bit about it, I'll let Noel in his own words talk about a little bit, Noel, about how Clever Chameleon came to be, and then a bit about what you do, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, I spent the last probably 25 years, although I know it doesn't look like it because I look about 12, not really, but I spent the last 25 years in HR and L&D in a number of businesses, and saw the things and tried a lot of things to develop people within those businesses, and found there's better ways of doing things. So I spent the last 5 years really pulling all the best bits out of what we've done over the last 25 years and adding it to kind of the second best LMS in the world, learning management system, and adding our techniques over the top of that, and then releasing it to businesses that normally couldn't afford or couldn't do development on the scale that we can offer.
How would that work in practice for a business, sort of hearing that for the first time? Okay, it's about developing our people, and there's a product to which we can do it, which is out of our reach. But what does that mean to them in practice? What do they get from that?
The biggest thing that we felt we needed to do was work with the business for 12 months. Now that's a long time to spend developing people, but it's the right length of time because you can build that towards the company's goals. So what we do is we actually release a piece of learning every month for 12 months to all the people in the business. Now there's different levels because there's managers and non-managers, and each piece of learning contains 3 elements, and that's an assessment of where they currently are, the piece of learning with the skills that they need, and then really a plan of what they're going to do to take that back to the business. So the way we do it really is build a long-term package and partner the business towards the business goals, and we're there from every minute of the day. So the system's open 24/7. So again, the people can learn when they want to learn. So if you've got a business where it's critical your people are doing their jobs and they haven't got time to go away on a training course for a day, well, they can do our product when they want it, when they need to do it. Because the biggest thing for me is to show return on investment. I've worked in businesses where they've invested heavily in development, but unless you show the return, then you don't know whether it's worked. So the first thing we do with the business is say, right, what is the return you want? That's what we'll work to, and then we build the learning plan around that return. So at the end of 12 months, if everything goes to plan and the people in the business do the work that we've given them, then actually we become free because the return is more than our cost.
Absolutely. And what's sort of really interesting with your approach, Noel, is that you've got this element that's bespoke to a business. So it's not trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, sort of off the peg. It's working with them and saying, right, well, this is going to fit the best, this is going to fit the best, and having it tailored to business goals. All of a sudden you've got something that's interacting with the business and their needs, rather than just sort of trying to identify something that they could.
Well, I think that was the whole thing about the name really, and the reason we're called Chameleon is because we adapt to the business, and I think in my experience, over the years, when you talk to a training company or a training person, they'll say, we've got 5 brilliant courses, one of these will work for you. Now, they don't really know that. What they're actually selling is the 5 things they can do, or the 5 things they've learned. What we do is, like I say, sit down at the 12-month point, figure out where we need to be, and then we go back and we actually design training to match the requirements. So at the moment we have over 95 products sat in our library waiting to go to the businesses. Now, if I go to a business and I don't have a product in the library, we're in a position where we can write a product to match the requirement. So you're right, the learning plan for each business is bespoke to that business, and it's built around what we need to achieve by the end of the year, and that's the beauty of it really. That's why it's so different to everybody else's offer.